8 more problems that we're going to look at. On this next set, we are told that these are similar figures. These polygons are the same shape, just different sizes. But they should be proportional. The angles should be the same because they are similar. That means we can use a proportion to find out what this value is. Instead of a question mark, I'm going to call that x. Now I know this is 15, and I'm going to pair it up with its corresponding side, 18. Since I used this 15 from this figure first, I'm going to use the x up here, and its corresponding side is 30. So here we have the 15 over 18 and the x over 30. We are now going to solve for x. In order to do that, we need to clear the fraction, which means the only thing we need to do is get rid of that 30. Remember, you clear fractions by multiplying both sides by the denominator, and that cancels it. And then we can go ahead and use our calculator to figure out what 30 times 15 divided by 18 is. And that is going to wind up being 25. So that would be the length of that side, 25 units. So once again, we use the proportion to do that. It's just what I call plug and chug. Let's go and do this next problem. Here we want to find this side. I'm going to start with this where I know both corresponding sides. This is 6 and 3, so I'm going to do 6 divided by 3. And then I'm going to do x divided by 7. So once again, these two values are from the first parallelogram. These two values are for the second. And they match up because these two are the short sides and these two are the long sides. And to get x by itself, we just need to get rid of the 7 to clear the fraction. So we'll multiply both sides by 7. So that is going to be 42 over 3 is equal to x. Remember, these 7's cancel. Then we do 42 divided by 3. That is 14. And that winds up being your answer. Go ahead and try the next two by setting up the proportions. And go ahead and pause the video, work through the next two on your own, and then unpause to see how you did. Alright, have those done. Let's see how you did. Once again, we're going to call this x. I'm going to put x over 35 because these are the corresponding sides, equals, and then all I need to do is pick corresponding sides where I know both values. Like this side right here, I don't know its value, so using this with the 20 would not be helpful. But for these two segments, they're both 24, these are both 40, so I can put 24 over 40 to set up my proportion. Please note, these are lined up as far as these are coming from this left side, and then this 24 over 40, let's say that they're coming from the top side. We could do it from the bottom as well, but then we just solve. So to get x by itself, you need to clear the fraction, get rid of the 35, and we'll do that by multiplying both sides by 35. Cancel out the 35s. And the result there is going to be 21. For the next problem here, that's our x. So I'm going to start with x over 6, and then I'm going to have to use these two sides. I don't know this side, so I can't use the 18. And remember, since I pulled a value from this triangle first, I'm going to use that value first as well. So the 24 over 16. To solve this, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Clear the fraction by multiply by 6. We get x equals 9. 24 times 6 divided by 16 is 9. And that will be that answer. Alright, we got one set left. these problems are meant to be a little bit more challenging. If you notice, you have expressions now instead of just numbers. The proportions will set up the same way. It says these are similar figures. They tell that in the direction. So let's start with these two corresponding sides, the 15 and the 6. Then this is the side where we need to find x, so we're going to have to use the 40 with that. Since I pulled 15 first in this fraction, I'm going to have to do 40 in this one and draw my, or put in the value for the denominator, which is going to be 4 plus 2x. Now your variable is in the denominator. We talked about that before and what we can do when that happens. We can just flip everything. So we're going to do 6 over 15 equals 4 plus 2x over 40. And now to get rid of this 4, I would multiply both sides by 40. That is going to be 24 over 15. And 4 is canceled. That will leave us with 4 plus 2x. Sorry, that was really sloppy. Let me make that look a little bit better. 4 plus 2x. So we're going to have to simplify this out a little bit. We do have the 24 over 15 that we could make simpler. I'm just going to go to a calculator here. 24 divided by 15. That is 1.6. So I can change this to 1.6 equals 4x plus 2. And now we're going to continue to follow the other steps that we did before. We're going to do flipping. So the 4 flips, it becomes negative 4 plus 1.6 equals 2x. Then we need to combine the negative 4 and the 1.6, which is going to be negative 2.4. And then the last step is we'll divide both sides by 2. Alright, so now we have 2 more problems to go. These are going to be very similar in their setup. So I'd like you to go ahead and pause the video, work those 2 out, and then unpause to see how you did. My solutions for it. So for this one here, now you may have set up your proportion differently, but if you wind up with the same answer, then you probably are okay. The way I set it up is not the only way to set it up. But if you set it up so that the 8 and the 14 were diagonal to each other, and the 7 and the x plus 9 are diagonal, as long as they're diagonal the way I described them, then you're fine. Then I went ahead and multiplied both sides by 14 to clear this fraction. Then I divided 112 times 7 to get 16, and 16 times 9 is our, 16 equals x plus 9. We flip the 9 over to the other side so it becomes negative, and then we have our war, and we get 5 as our answer. So for this side here, this would be 5 plus 9, so its length is actually 14. For this one here, once again, you set it up. As long as you have the x plus 8 across diagonal to the 15 and the 30 diagonal to the 9, you should be fine. Then you will multiply both sides by 30 to get rid of the denominator with the x term, and that will leave you with 8x plus 8, and over here we'll have 270 divided by 15, which does divide evenly to 18. And then just flip the 8 over, it becomes negative, and fight the war, and you get 10 as your answer. Alright, so that would be the conclusion of this lesson.